Greetings, human mammal creatures. It's Lethal Larry again. Picking up right where we left off from the last one. I had just finished the first shift on this mackerel here in Hardspace Shipbreaker. The ship is mostly done. I wasn't able to finish it due to the 15-minute limit per shift. Get this one done easily on this shift. Doors have always been a problem because they're worth a fair bit, but you can't ever easily extract them from all the aluminum, which would mean you'd either have to take this entire bulkhead and chuck it in the furnace and thus lose the value of the door, or chuck the whole thing in the processor and you get the value of the door but you lose the value of the aluminum. I've recently taken just cutting them out, and you certainly do lose some value on the doors, but it's better than losing all the value
Credits deposited.
by just chucking them in the furnace. Here we have a similar situation. If I recall, these reactor plates aren't actually worth all that much. I do like to get the whole thing. I lose the value on that chunk of aluminum on the back of it,
Processing valuable object.
but it's only worth
Credit
862
awarded.
credits, so not all that much. These are a bigger pain in the butt to get cut loose. These are worth a lot, like $250,000 each, if I recall correctly. And they're awfully heavy. Are you free yet? Nope. There we go. It's free. I hope you folks
Object
aren't
accepted.
easily disoriented.
Credits deposited.
I don't bother aligning myself up and down properly all that much, as I don't get disoriented whether the barge is up or down. Does make it a bit easier at times, though.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
These coolant tanks are a lot more delicate now. So many coolant explosions
Salvage
nowadays.
deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Yeah, dealing with electrical stuff is not something you want to be doing when there's anything
Salvage gained.
flammable
Credits
nearby,
awarded.
especially fuel tanks. I am no chemist, but I understand fuel can be somewhat flammable at times.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I decline to fly in there. I'll pass. That big ship that comes along and blocks out all the light always gets on my nerves. I need light to see. For some reason, this section of outer hull is a little heavier. Oh, well, the nacelle could be part of the reason. I can move about 8,000 kilograms by hand, but anything heavier than that, I've got to use my tethers. I will be doing
Salvage secured.
a
Credits
mix
deposited.
of videos on various games. Still, quite a few of them will be teardown. As for one thing, that's what I still spend a huge amount of time playing. If for no other reason, that's one of my
Salvage
jobs.
secured. Account credit applied.
Best job ever, by the way. If you can ever manage to get a job where you're paid very well to do something that is awesome, I highly recommend it. You can peel this outer stuff off, but I don't really see the need to do so. Much faster to just do the whole thing in one go.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
I've wanted for years now. Well, about 2
Salvage
years
secured.
since I started playing
Credits
this. I wanted them to
deposited.
add more lights, make the whole thing easier to see. But instead, they just add large ships to blot out the sun. So, yay, progress!
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Looks all clear to me. Everything's going into the furnace. Bye-bye!
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
I had quite a scare this morning. When I got up in the morning, I found something on my neck. I was a little worried, but it turns out it was just my head, so turns out that's probably a non-issue. I'm not going to worry about it, and I think that's the key to living a happy
Salvage
life. Just
secured. Credits
don't worry
deposited.
about the things like that. Sometimes, if you find something wrong, it turns out it's just your head. Try not to stress about it.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
this junction box should be okay to go, because I believe all the power batteries are taken out. Just to be sure. Get everything else out of there first.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I have not messed with my audio settings for a number of months. So I hope I sound all right.
Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter. Weaver out.
Not to worry.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Weaver in this game is your foreman, kind of your boss. And the most recent update to the game included a middle manager that's been introduced, and he is quite a
Salvage deposit
nemesis.
accepted. Credits transferred.
And I thought about that, and I thought about that, and I realized Hal might be awful, but frankly, I've had worse bosses.
Salvage secured.
I've
Credits
worked for literal
deposited.
sociopaths. What I can tell you for sure is if you ever have the opportunity to work for a sociopath, don't. I don't think that cut worked properly. Oh yeah, that one worked. This chunk of glass is worth about $50,000. The mackerels are really the only ones that are, it's worth cutting the glass out on. On all the other classes of ship, it's not worth the bother.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Always good to look around for stray bits every now and then. Things tend to wander in this game. So this here is a Station Hopper Mackerel. Basically, a bus. There's a light cargo mackerel, a heavy cargo mackerel, and there's a new scientific class. I can't remember what that one's called. We'll do one of each of those in upcoming videos before I move on to the various classes of gecko, and then the newer javelins. I do like the javelins. Shaboom! Bye-bye!
Deposit accepted. Valuable object processed.
You get a mini-me sticker every time that you get 98% of a ship or more successfully salvaged, which is harder than it sounds. So for one thing, ships tend to be a little kaboomy, but with reactors and fuel and things generally going wrong. Yeah, I'll buy some fuel.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Have a nice day.
The other thing is, I mean, you have to do some damage just to get your stuff done. You have to cut metal and whatnot, so you could easily damage quite a bit of the ship just in the process of salvaging it. So, let's see, I got this time 99.2, not bad. There's always a small amount remaining. I never know why. I think I'm going to head in.
All right,
There's some
Cutter.
breathing to do.
Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
I don't even need it. There we go, another $2 million shift. Not bad for a mackerel. And I didn't destroy anything I didn't want to destroy. So, that's always a plus. So that's it for me, and that's it for this episode of Hardspace Shipbreaker. If you liked the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.